Can you hear me now? Oh yeah, I can see. I can see. You'll be able to see me in a second, guys. Give it a minute. All right. Uh, I am sorry about the problems this morning. I am sorry about the problems this morning, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Um, we're all about TurboLister. I'm going to start the screen share. And once you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me. I'm waiting. Okay, there we go, guys. You can hear me. As soon as my screen pops up, I know we're ready, and we're going to get started with TurboLister. Like I started to say in the beginning, I am sorry about all these problems. I don't write anything out. I don't script anything. I'm pretty sure I can get rid of this now because it's coming out of my computer. We are going to work in TurboLister. You should be able to see my TurboLister now. This is my actual TurboLister. I'm not hiding nothing from you. And I'm going to go over this, and I want you guys to ask me any questions you have. I'm watching both screens. It's and remember, you can go back to this at any time and watch it over again. Show you some of the things in TurboLister that you're going to need to know. When I talk about the gray toolbar, it's up top here where the File, Edit, View, Tools, Help are. This is my inventory right here on the left. If I click on something, you'll see them pop up over here on the right. Different folders will bring up different files. I suggest you keep everything very organized. I put a file. These are going to be, you're going to be looking at my numbers. These aren't live yet, but they will be going live in time. And I will go in and out of eBay and delete them if I have to. It's not the end of the world to me. I don't synchronize anything. I do everything manually that I want to do. Many of you have never used TurboLister. So what I'm going to do is, if you give me a second, I will, I'm going to create a folder. See, let's start with creating a folder. I'm going to create this folder. I'm going to give it a name, numbers. And the reason I did that was I'm going to want to move everything into the numbers folder so that you can see what I got going on. And I'll go back later and clean this up for what I need to do with it. But I want to show you a couple of neat things in TurboLister. Okay. I now have everything in numbers. The first thing is databases. This is database driven. Part of the reason it is so slow is because it is database driven. Under File, I use these an awful lot. Import items, backup databases, and restore databases. I'm going to start with backup database. Okay? And I'm going to name this live show. All right? And I'm going to click OK. And it's going to compact my database. And this is where I become very organized, and it keeps me working in one area at a time. As my database compacts, you'll see it. Once I have it all compacted and everything's backed up and saved, I can actually delete everything out of TurboLister, which I'm going to do and show you, so that it can, wow, my TurboLister went blank over there. It's backing up. Why did it go to this? Can you guys not? Oh, there it goes. It's back. I'm still waiting here. I don't know what the problem is. Turbo Lister can be a little glitchy, guys. But from my experience, it is the best program there is. Once it's complete, I trust Turbo Lister this much that I can actually, you have to have two folders at all times. You cannot delete one folder if your other one's not there. I'm going to delete this folder. And I want you to know before I delete this folder, I have not practiced this. This is 2 days worth of work. Yeah, sure, I'll delete it. I deleted it because I trust in the restore feature of this program. And there it is, live show. I'm going to reinstall this database. I can either add backup items to the user, or I can delete existing, which I'm going to do just to show you what happens. It's going to take that number one folder out. And it's going to take a little bit, but it's going to reinstall the database that I was working in. And I know this is not something that you see every day, but understand that I work in small sections of my eBay store. Like right now, I'm working on the numbers. When that is done, I will back up that database and put it in a folder on my computer and in my cloud and onto a disk so that if I need to work in that area again, I can reinstall it in the Turbo Lister and have it. I keep watching my screen over there go black, and I'm not sure what happens. I think it's my my camera going out. I hope this is working, guys. I really do. As I reinstall over here, I'm still waiting for it to reinstall. I guess it was a bigger file than I thought it was. There it goes. And you'll see it pop up over here in my inventory. It'll take a minute to load. Excuse me. But the reason I do not use Synchronize is I have over 4,000 listings. And I don't want, sometimes I make changes on eBay. I prefer to be in control of everything. When you hit that Synchronize, it synchronizes everything you have in eBay with Turbo Lister, and that's not what I'm looking to do. I keep Turbo Lister is my workhorse. This is where I build my ads. This is where I put my stuff together. See it right here? You guys can see that under Restored from EHT is my number folder. And in my numbers folder is all my work, just as it was. I do not use Synchronize because synchronizing takes everything from eBay and imports it into Turbo Lister, and that's not what I want. I use Turbo Lister to build my ads, put my ads into storage so that I can use them at a later date when the free promotion comes. Let's say I have a free promotion right now for auctions. I could change all these files in the auction mode with a couple mouse clicks. I can change the prices, titles, pictures, whatever I need to do, I can do in here. I can also, as you're going to see, I can use this to do to change titles. If you notice, I have car dealer window number sticker 7.5 inch. Those are my keywords. To the right of that is my difference, is what changes my title up. Each one of these are different. These are all about different things. Sorry, I just got a ka-ching and I wanted to know what it was. My sales have been a little slow, so I'm looking for them to pick up a little bit. These are my keywords. This is what I want people to search for. This is what people know me by. This works very well for the product that I have. These are all my different bundles. I have with the look slogan and the we finance and per week and bargain. These are different slogans that I have for windshields. And this all has to do with my bundling. This is where all my bundles come in. As you look over here, for example, here's one bundle that I have, 7.5 inch, 11 dozen. Here's a 13 dozen, 16 dozen, 20 dozen, 22 dozen, 26 dozen. These car dealers, this is for small, these are for small dealers that have different strategies that they use my numbers for. These are down here for my larger dealers. You know, 44 dozen numbers is a lot of numbers when you think about it. But I know they sell because I have dealers that buy 44 dozen packages at a time for their dealership. Now, let's say I don't want this title anymore. I can export these 16 listings into what's called a CVS file by clicking on Exported Selected Items, Turbo Lister format, CSV file. I can export them. I got to put them somewhere. So I'm going to put them in my hold on. I see your question, Joe. You got to give me a second. So when you make changes to an existing listing, you simply re-upload to make the changes on eBay. Is that right? No, you can't. You cannot make changes in Turbo Lister and upload it and have it overwrite your current listing on eBay. Excuse me, guys. My phone's ringing. I'll call him back. It's a friend of mine. When I make changes in Turbo Lister, I go in eBay and I cancel the listing that's in eBay and then re-upload it. I use Turbo Lister for organization. As you see, I'm getting ready to export these, and I'm going to put live show so we can find it. And it's going to export. It says these were exported successfully. If I go over here into my documents file, somewhere's down here should be live show. If I click on this, here's all my listings. Now, let's say I want to change these 12 titles and I don't want it to say car dealer. I can actually copy and paste into a notepad. Oops. And I can manipulate these titles and then put them back into this database, back into this Excel file, anywhere as I want it. Once you know what all these different codes are, and I'm not going to sit here and go over all these. Once you know what they are, you can go in here and change these around, make changes. If you're like me, the zip code starts with a 0. It does not hold the 0. Thank you, eBay. I don't know what eBay's problem is in their template format. Here's my item specifics if I need to change something. This is where I get my speed. I'm able to work and manipulate these Excel files now from learning quickly. Since I didn't make any changes, I don't have to save any. But just as easy as I exported them, I can import the same files from file. And you have to learn your way around. I'm not going to sit here and teach for hours on end how to work in Excel and how to work in Turbo Lister. It's your business. Take the time, figure it out. I'm going to show you the basics. I'm going to show you how I do it. Play around with it just like I did. I spent years working with Turbo Lister and Excel files to get it. I'm not seeing what you're talking about. Annie, you got to be a little more specific because you're running behind me. There is a lag. Okay, never mind. Guys, there is a lag between what I'm talking about now and what you see on the screen to the left. There is a lag, so I can't always. If you put a question in, you got to be a little detailed about the question so I know what you're talking about. Anyway, I can go in here, and here's my live show, and I can import them back in. And you're going to see it right here. It says where it's imported from. The first thing you need to do is change the name. I'm going to make this live show. You got to be a little specific about it. Now, if you go in, these are the 11 that were the 16 I just imported. You can edit multiple things at one time. Let's say I don't like the price. I can edit all 16 prices at one time. I can raise my price to $26.77 if I want with a mouse click. I could change my shipping on all 16 items at one time. I've learned that I don't like my description. I could change the whole description. Watch. I can add it to the bottom. And now I know some basic HTML, so I know that this is going to say be bold at the bottom. See, it says add to the bottom, but I could change the whole description. I can add it to the top. I can replace the description. I can do whatever I want. You need to get in here and play around, guys. This is, unless you have very specific questions, it's going to be very hard, and it's going to take me a long time to teach you what I know. I'm trying to give you some basics that you can get in here and play around. Once you learn how to restore the database, to save the database and restore the database, no matter what you do, you can't damage the database that's been saved unless you copy over it. So let's say I put this, I'm going to put this at the top. Okay, and I changed the price to $26.77, and I'm going to add it into my other category. Guys, I'm just playing around. I'm not going to list these. This is just to give you an idea of what I can do with it. So I'm going to make all those changes, and it says these changes will be applied, blah, blah, blah. Click OK. Yeah, I made the changes. Of course, I want them to go through. All right. If I open one of them up, see, first of all, you can see where it changed all the prices. And I go down here and click on description. See, it says it right here. Hello, live show. It added it to all the descriptions that I've already had built. This is a great tool when you want to go in and add a link at the bottom of all your ads. There's so many things you can do with this, guys. When I say I put up, you know, let's say eBay offers me 10,000 free 30-day listings. I have approximately 50 databases built with all my different products in, all my different listings. All I have to do is import a database and upload it to eBay. I do everything in TurboLister. I can highlight all these, add it to upload. Okay, I can go over to upload. Let's say I want these to schedule for the next 16 days at 9 o'clock at night. Well, first of all, remember this is eBay time. So are we going to do it 9 o'clock tonight? Or my time, which is Eastern time, or are we going to do it eBay time, which is that foreign country over there, California time? Not California. I meant northern Mexico. Here we go. And I always go with an odd minute. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Now, what I'm going to do is this is going to schedule it for start time today, 6:03 p.m., which is 9:03 p.m. Eastern time. But I want them to be spread out every day. So what I can do is I can just go through. Once it has the basic schedule, I could change the schedule like this. So now I got 12, 13, 14, and I could go all the way through this. And then I could upload them to eBay. I'm not going to upload them, but you can't be afraid of this program. I'm going to delete these. I don't want to get messed up. I don't want these uploaded. I changed prices and things. This is something, this tool is so powerful once you get to know it. What I suggest is play around with it. See, I know I got everything backed up here, so I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to keep the live show. I'll right click. I'm going to delete this folder. Now I'm going to work with some, I'm going to go import items from eBay listings. Now I have a lot of listings, guys, so this is going to take a minute. If you click on show preview, it's going to show all my listings. I never import all of them at one time. I just pick out a few and import them. Work with those. I duplicate them. I copy and paste. I learned how to use this program because it's eBay's program, which means eBay recognizes it. eBay supports it, which means I don't have to worry about, oh, they don't like this anymore or that anymore or whatever it is. This is going to take a few minutes because I have so many listings. It's importing all my listings, not into, as you can see, here they are. Now I can go through and here's what I normally do. I do them by, excuse me. And then we can go down here to, okay. Here's my Disney puzzles that I love to talk about, okay? I want to import these 5 items to work with. So I highlighted them. And then I click imported selected. And it's going to import those 5 items from my live eBay listings. And you can see it on my left, the left-hand side of my turbo lister. It says imported from eBay. Now these listings are live. They are currently going. They are all auctions, as you can tell by the gold hammer. And they do, this is in organize what you have live on eBay in TurboLuster. You go in and work in sections. Sort them out, export the database, import the database. Once these come in, it's going to take a minute or two. Once these come in, I'm going to rename the folder. I'm going to export. I'm going to back up the database so no matter what I do, I can't mess up. So that I can always make the changes. You guys have to be confident in the fact that once you back up the database, you can delete it all. And if you need to go back to that point because you messed something up, you can. By right-clicking on the folder, you rename the folder. And Frozen. Now, I don't know who went out and copied my ads, but somebody copied my ads, copied my Frozen puzzles already. It's all right. My stuff will sell eventually, and I'm not worried about it. First thing I want to do is once I import them, I want to back up that database. And I always rename my databases to what they are, Frozen Puzzles. Live show. Guys, I forgot to show you something about backing up your databases you want to make sure of. When this is done, I'll show you what I did. It's going to be on the gray toolbar at the top. I do this I forgot. Mine is set up, permanently set up, so I don't even think about it anymore. My computer may be running out of space. I don't know why it's been backing up so much. Once this backs up, one of the things you need to do in TurboLister before you start backing up your database, because everybody has problems with images, is you go to Tools, Options, Advanced Options, TurboLister Options, and where it says EPS Picture Storage, make sure it's dotted where it says Save Pictures within TurboLister Database. Click Apply, click OK. As long as you do that, I can send you my files from my TurboLister, and it will have my pictures in it and all my stuff in it. And you never have to worry about me sending my pictures over to you. This is important when you move from computer to computer. Some of my TurboLister stuff is 7 years old. Probably 5 computers ago, because I'm a computer nerd. I like to go out and buy new computers just because this stuff is transferable. You got to make sure you do that about the pictures, though, because otherwise they put it in a folder and it's not anywhere on purpose. Okay, hold on. I noticed when listing on eBay, this is from Joe. I noticed when listing on eBay, it searches for similar ads. So isn't it possible your ads may not be copied deliberately? Yeah, okay. So somebody just stumbled on the idea of running out and buying puzzles. I don't think so. They deliberately copied my idea. I know how many sellers there was when I started. I have said it all along. I know somebody's going to look for the shortcut. And if you feel by copying what I sell is your shortcut, God bless you. I have a very close friend of mine who was struggling, and I gave him an exact duplicate of my business. And I did 400,000 last year, and he's lucky if he did 5. And it's because I know my product. I'm not looking for the shortcut out. I'm not looking for the easy way. I work every day. And copying what I do is not going to get you anywhere except for in the short term. You're going to sell a few frozen puzzles. As I progress along, you won't even know what my product is unless you follow me on eBay. And if you're following me around on eBay trying to copy me, you're not going to make any money anyway because you're going to get tired of it. I work for dollars. I don't look for the big money. No, it's more than just my ad being copied. They didn't copy my ad word for word or similar or none of that. That doesn't bother me. What it was they heard me talking about frozen puzzles and showing the pictures of them and all that, and they ran out to Dollar Tree and bought frozen puzzles. And guys, this is about you thinking for yourself, seeing what I'm doing and learning it and doing it for yourself. This program is amazing if you get to know it. Very few people will take the time and learn it. I don't know if Amy's in here. I can't tell who's watching. Amy learned how to use TurboLister from me, and she will tell you is one of the best things that she did in 2014 was learn how to use TurboLister. She asked questions. She learned how to import and export. She learned to back up databases, save databases. If I make changes to this stuff and I don't like them, I could throw it all away and import that backup, that database I backed up when I started and start over and make my changes. I remember it was 54. The only thing I use the activity log for is I delete it out. Guys, I got to step away for a minute. I got to mute this. This is this is. That's one of the greatest thing of working for yourself is when you have uh, your children don't live with you. When they call, you can stop what you're doing and answer the phone. Um, I worried about my daughter. She's been having a little bit of time. Hold on. Let me catch back up to where I have. Do you ever use the activity log section of TurboLister? No, I always delete it. I don't want to know what's in it. I go in here and clean this out. If you let your activity log get too big, it will actually drag the program down. It slows it down. It becomes an issue. The same thing with the listing activity. I go in here and clean this stuff out once in a while is all I do. The less you keep in TurboLister, the faster it works. Remember, this is where I build my ads. The only thing I use TurboLister for is building my ads and uploading my ads. I don't use TurboLister to run my business. This is totally for ad building only. Joe asks, I have a computer business and I think TurboLister can really help with my inventory tracking. Oh, good luck, Joe. I would not use TurboLister for inventory tracking. I don't know what kind of inventory you have. You know, are you selling pieces or parts? But I don't know that I would trust TurboLister for my inventory. Maybe if you have multiples, I would use eBay, not TurboLister. TurboLister is strictly for ad building. It's great if you have similar products. I'm going to copy this into a new folder to give you an idea. New puzzles. I buy Winnie the Pooh puzzles. Yeah, all right. For you guys, copy and run out and get that. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is the next puzzle I'm going to sell. They're a Dollar Tree. And I'm going to list 8 different puzzles. So I can go on this one, which has a very basic ad. If you look at my ads are always very plain, very basic. I don't sell stuff that really needs complicated listings. So I'm going to run 8 of these ads. Well, I just basically set up 8 ads right there. Boom, one shot, done. Now I'm going to have to change the title. You know, I got to go in here and open this up. You double click on it, it opens up the thing. See, I overloaded TurboLister. You can overload it. I normally don't work while trying to teach. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to build a different description. See, 6 brand new puzzles, blah, blah, blah. All right. So this is going to be my one ad. And I make my changes. And if I click on this little blue button right here, it'll let me go to the next. It'll save all my changes and move me to the next ad. So I want to change the title. So I can change the title. I'm going to take this out. And I'm going to put Winnie the Pooh. All right. And I'm going to change the title on the next one. I can go all the way through my listings without having to open them up over and over and over again. QuickBooks I know nothing about. My inventory control is, running low, add another 1,000 pieces. All my stuff is restockable, guys. I don't sell one-of-a-kinds. So I don't know about issues with inventory. I don't know about that kind of stuff. What I do know is I watch my eBay stuff. I go into my eBay Selling Manager Pro, and I've learned how to sort in Selling Manager Pro. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and I do a lot of reading. And as long as you guys ask me questions, I have a better chance of teaching. And I just keep going. And when you click this save, it saves all the changes. See, here's that Winnie the Pooh one I changed down here. If I want to change the prices on these 3, I can edit multiple items. And I could just change the price to, let's make it $6.19. Okay, save. This isn't good for one-of-a-kind. Although I did one-of-a-kind in TurboLister and I loved it because you export to Excel, which can then be imported to QuickBooks. Okay. I use this to build, really, I don't use this for anything other than building ads. It's all I do with TurboLister. If it sounds like I do everything in TurboLister, I don't. I build ads. I built lots and lots and lots of ads. Sometimes I sit here all day and I build ads. I could take bundles. Let's talk about bundles for a minute. In here, I am going to show you red balloons. Single balloons. Okay. Why did I put a space? I know better. Single balloons. All right. And here's my basic. For time's sake, I'm going to copy this over. And I made this basic ad, okay? And since we know it's balloons, don't be sorry I'm late. You can always, Shell Bell, you can always go back and watch this later. Red balloon. Single. Okay. Save. Now I've set this whole thing up so it's about a single balloon. It's not color specific to red, and everything's done. Okay. This is where I use TurboLister. And I got 5 other colors, so I'm going to duplicate it 5 more times. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do this, guys. This is what I do. This is how I build my bundles. I don't know why my TurboLister is running so slow today. I got a blue balloon. I got a green balloon. I got a yellow balloon. And this is what I do. I set up my templates. What other colors we got? I can't think. I need a purple balloon. Whoops. And I don't see orange, so my last one will be orange. Okay. Then I save. Okay, now I spent time and I put my pictures in, I put everything in this, and I set it all up. Now I'm going to file, whoops, I'm going to select them all. I'm going to file, export selected items, the TurboLister format CSV file, export. I'm going to export it to documents. I'm going to put live show balloons. I'm going to click save. I'm going to close it. I'm going to go over here, live show balloons. I'm going to open it up. Guys, if you have to watch this a couple times, go ahead. First thing I'm going to do is change the title. All right. Now I have shortcuts on my computer to allow my notepad to pop right up. And I'm going to put 3 blue balloons. I'm going to put that. What I wanted to say is that I have 3 balloons. And I'm trying to rush, so I need to slow down and just take my time and show you how I do this. But this is what I do all day long. First thing I need to do is change my titles, right? Because I now have balloons triple pack. Okay. See, it changed all my. You have to know the programs. These programs are your shortcuts. This is how you're going to do stuff. See, I changed the titles here. I don't like these prices, so I'm going to change the prices. I go back here. Since they're triples, I'm going to make them replace $18.39. I'm going to make the new price $14.87.31. Just so you can see that it does work. You'll be able to see the changes. Okay. Copy, minimize, control, save. Yes, I want to keep using that format. I go back to TurboLister. Uh-oh, maybe you're not seeing that I changed this stuff. Oh, I hope you do. File, import from file. I'm going to import that same file because I didn't change the name of it. And what you're going to see is that I changed all. Here it is right here. Rename it. I would rename this one balloon. Triple pack. Oh, you guys didn't see what I was doing. I know you were focusing. This can. Yes, it can be. Shell Bell asked, can this be applied to FBA too? Yes, it can be applied to FBA. When you export these files and open up the Excel files, it gives you a lot of information about your products. If you look, I imported these balloons. It says 3 balloons, triple pack, change the price. Now let's say I need to change the shipping on it. I can mass edit them. Change my shipping price to $2.95. Don't ask me. I don't know. I'm just making changes here, guys. And I now have 6 more ads from my original 6 ads ready to go up on eBay. No, these titles are not good. My prices are wrong. I didn't really build them. I'm just trying to show you how quick you can change ads around to make from a single pack to a triple pack. If you're selling toothbrushes, there's no way of knowing You could sell one toothbrush, a 3-pack of toothbrush, 6-pack of toothbrush. I could export these out again, change the titles and prices around, re-import them, and I got 6 more. Yeah, I got to work on that, Annie. I'm not sure how I'm going to make it so you guys can see. I think I have to do a screen share of each program that I use, which is my fault. I will work on that, and maybe I might have to redo this again with some add-ins so that you can see what I'm doing. I may have to do an edited video once I have a lot of questions that I know what you guys are looking to learn out of TurboLister. I know you're focusing on eBay, but this can be applied to FBA too, right? Yes, it can. I'm going to, give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to open up. I need to go here. I'm not real good. I got to stop the screen share. You're going to see my ugly mug. Hi. And then I'm going to go here. Start screen share. No, I want this one. Okay. I think you're going to be able to see in 1 second. I want to see what happens on the screen. I want to see which Excel file pops open. There is a lag, which makes it hard for me to see what's going on. There's my ugly mug. I want to make sure it shows the right Excel file. That's me working on Dollar Tree duplicates there, guys. I'm back. It's coming. There it is. No, it's going to go away here in a second. There's me again. I'm waiting here, guys. It should be coming any second. As you can see, you can see the titles can be used. You can copy and paste these right over to Amazon's Excel file. Start price, picture URL. There's all kinds of things that can be used out of this database to take it into Amazon. I use it a lot. Oh, Annie O'Brien asked, how do you set up an Excel file to match up with TurboLister? I don't set it up. I build one inside of TurboLister and I export it out, and that's what I use as my template. This is what happens when you export those selected things. What you're seeing in that Excel file is what it looks like on your computer screen. This is going to be a little complicated for me. Hold on. When you export this, it exports as a CSV file, which on my computer automatically opens to an Excel file, which is this, is what it's going to look like when you open it. That's how you get to where you are. Okay. Um, Once you pop that open, that's what it's going to look like. This is where I make my changes. Then I save it, and then I go from there, guys. Turbo Lister is about trial and error. If you don't try it, you won't know how it works. I could sit here and talk until I'm blue in the face. For me, it's easy now. Um, I've been doing this a long, long time, and without the questions, I really don't know what you need to know. You have the big thing is if you go back to the beginning of this and you didn't see it, Shell Bell didn't see it. If you didn't see this from the beginning, learn how to export, back up your databases and restore your databases. Play around with that. Put in 1 or 2 listings. You have to store your images on. I store my images inside my database. It becomes a database file. I'm not sure where that was. That's somewhere near the beginning. Let me see if I can screen share Turbo Lister. And I go to Tools. When I install, I put my images in from my computer. I put them into Turbo Lister in my listing. Like this one here. Hold on, I gotta let it open. Turbo Lister's a little slow, but I don't mind the slowness. I get other things done while I'm working on it. Right here, see it? Once I have my images in, I click on Tools, Options, Advanced Options, Turbo Lister Options, and under this EPS Picture Storage, Save Pictures within Turbo Lister Database. That's where my pictures are stored. I do not need to keep them on the hard drive. Once they're stored in my database, I don't have to keep them I don't have to keep them on my computer any longer. They are stored in my database. You're welcome, Mary. I'm here, guys. I need questions to go more. The big thing is learn to work over here in backup database and restore database. Backup database, restore database. You want to play around it? Import a couple listings from eBay, back up your database, delete everything out, and then restore your database. Import a few other ones, other listings. Learn how to manipulate this program. This program is very, very, this program saves me hours on hours on hours of work. There's no other way. There's no way to list 10,000 items in a day without Turbo Lister. Sure, you can do it in InkFrog, except for you have to plan far enough ahead. I could set up my database so that when I install the database, it's already sitting there waiting to upload. All I have to do is click Upload Now, and it goes up. I have databases built for auctions. I have databases built for 3-day listings. I have databases built for 7 days listings, 30 days listings, good to cancels, all kinds of different listings. I will go back and watch the beginning. Shell Bell still ask you questions. That doesn't mean I can't answer them. Not everybody uses Turbo Lister. Everybody hates Turbo Lister. If you look around the rooms, nobody likes Turbo Lister. I am one of the few people that thumps on Turbo Lister's drum. I love it. It saves me hours and hours and hours of work. This is not for you thrifters. This isn't one-of-a-kind stuff. This is stuff that I use and I sell day in and day out. Some of these products, I've been selling the same products for 8 years, guys. 8 years. eBay's made a lot of changes in those 8 years, and I've had to change my ads quite a few times. This is how I can change my ads and do it pretty quickly. I also know how to use eBay, mass edit, and all that, but you have to know your equipment. A good photographer knows how. Excuse me. A good photographer knows how his camera works, why it works, how it works, and what happens if he turns a little switch, does a little dial, or moves his flash up a little or down a little, blah, 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 whatever it is, they know what it does. The guy that works on the construction site that runs the backhoe knows what happens when he moves different levers. He knows what's going to happen. You can't come in here and want to sell on eBay and not learn how to use your stuff. Yeah, I'll be the first one that bashes you if you do. I'm tough. Know that up front. I am tough. If you want to learn something, try a little trial and error. Don't come to me and say, oh, what do you sell? Why? How do I copy it so I can make the same money? You're not going to make the same money. Learn how to work your stuff. Hold on. Is there anything that TurboLister doesn't work for a listing that you have to add manually and attempt it? Like, you can use TurboLister to hit everything you need to do. You can schedule your auctions. You can schedule your listings. You can spread out your times. If you look in my group on Facebook, it's $20 Millionaire. Yeah, that's me. $20 Millionaire. I just did a thing about how I scheduled out 160 ads across 10 days. I covered 16 hours a day for 10 days for start and finish times through doing this. Refund policies are in there, what my PayPal link is, where my items are located. I can change the item's location, like if I'm shipping out of my warehouse in California versus my warehouse in New Jersey versus my warehouse in Indiana versus my warehouse in Florida. I could tell them where my item's located inside TurboLister. You have to learn your product. If you're going to use TurboLister, these are basics. Play around. If you have very specific questions like, oh, I tried the restore feature on the database and it didn't quite work right, I'm going to ask you to tell me what you did so I can try and figure out what mistake you made and help you fix it. But I'm not going to sit here and teach you step by step by step by step by step so you can copy what I do. It's not going to work. I have a guy that I helped, and I sat there and I said, this is what you got to do. You got to do A, B, C, D. And he asked me why, and I said, I'm not asking you. I'm not going to teach you why. You're going to do what I tell you to do. Boom, 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 boom. At the end, he understood why I was doing everything. And he's very happy now because he's making money every day. I harass him. I give him a hard time. I'm hard on him. But it's because I care about him and I want him to succeed that I can't teach you everything. I did teach him everything, step by step, what I do. I didn't give him a chance to ask me why. You guys need to understand that if you're going to use TurboLister and you want to work with hundreds of files at a time, and this is really good if you're drop shipping stuff. Some of the people that drop ship know this. This is a program you need. You need to learn how to use TurboLister, import, export, CVS files. What happens if you don't use that little picture button? If you don't have that picture button checked, find out. I can tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be no images when you import the file. Excuse me. If you use this program, it will make you money. It's a dinosaur if you do single listings, one of a kind, because each time you have to upload an image, it takes a while for the image to upload. But if I have 10 images in my ad and I only have to change one every time I change the listing, I could set it up, duplicate those items, and change that one image. Hold on, I just seen a text. Let me see what it says. Amen. Oh, there's Amy. Amy will tell you. If you want to use TurboLister, yeah, they got to learn the program. Do you think that eBay will phase TurboLister out? If they phase it out, they ain't getting it off my computer. And if they can't get it off my computer, I could still use it. And if I could still use it, I could still open Excel files. And if I could still open Excel files, I'm going to be able to put in their file transfer. This program basically, if you understand Excel files and are able to work with them and all the little details of everything in Excel, once you have a template, you don't need TurboLister. But I'm dumb, I'm old, I don't know Excel very well. I've learned it enough that I can get it to work with TurboLister. I've learned how to use TurboLister to do my Amazon ads. I know it sounds crazy, but you can use TurboLister to build Amazon ads because of the Excel spreadsheets. The questions, I need questions, guys, like, but don't say, oh, how do you use TurboLister? That's not a question. That's telling me how lazy you are. Ask me, if you don't know how something works, join my group and send me a message. I'm here to answer the questions. I hope I've done very well at teaching. You can ask me right in the room, George. When the Excel files import. My import, I just import it. I click finish. I don't change nothing, dude. I don't change nothing. And if it don't work, I go back and export it and redo it and import it again. It does work. Make sure when you I got to do the screen share again. Hold on. Where's TurboLister? Make sure when you file export selected items that it's this middle one you have clicked. This TurboLister format CSV file. This file exchange format has to do with importing straight into eBay and exporting out of eBay. I do not use that. It always seems to mess up on me. Yeah, don't change anything. And if it says some of these changes, some of these formats don't work, say override it anyway. As soon as you change something, you're going to have a problem with. You'll have a problem with it. George, not that I'm all about me. I prefer my questions in the room so that I can answer them, so that everybody can see the answer. I don't know how to use this Hangout thing well enough to even get you a link, and I'm not going to put a link in the room. You can ask all your questions you want. I'll be happy to answer them. Guys, if I don't have any questions in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to go. I've shown you the basics. You can work on it a little bit and play around with it, and we'll do this again. I'm going to try and do this on Monday mornings. My housekeeper comes every other Monday. Today was the day for my housekeeper, who is my sister, with my nieces, and I hang out with my niece, and we play with the puppy and have a good time. So it's a little later every other week. There are watch videos on Excel files. That's what I did. YouTube is my friend. Google is my friend. I search for everything. I've been selling on eBay for 8 years. And one of the first things I do every morning is I go somewhere and I read something about business. Can Activia files be transferred to TurboLister? Richard and Judy, they say that they can. I've never been able to get them to import right. I have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. I never get them to work right. And I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I just found it was easier for me to start over and build them again. You got to remember that some of my items are exactly the same for some of my items that I sell are exactly the same for 1,000. They're exactly the same. The only difference is what it says on the item. Um, some say sale, some say hello, some say welcome, some say look. They say all kinds of stuff, but they're all exactly the same. So my description's the same. The only thing I change is the title and the picture. So I could build them very quick. So when I started running into problems with Activia, I just rebuilt them in Turbo Lister because I found Turbo Lister was much faster for me. Oh, can Activia find me too? Do you have flat shipping or calculated? If calculated, is the package weight added into the total weight? I do calculated shipping, except for UPS just kicked me in the teeth. I ship aluminum, which is very lightweight, and it takes up a lot of space for the item that I ship. So my shipping went from like $14 an item to 40 some dollars an item right now. I'm working on that, but when I did do calculated shipping, I included my packaging weight. I knew exactly what an item weighed. And again, I have 1,000 items that are exactly the same. So my calculated shipping was very easy to set up. Do you want questions relating to Turbo Lister only today? Fire away, Shelly. I got a few minutes to hang out. I do have things I got to do this afternoon. I have some serious computer problems. I have one torn apart on my dining room table that's in about 500 pieces. Yes, I still have my coffee cups. I can hang out for like 15 minutes, guys, and then I got to go. I got to get some work done today. Turbo Lister is an amazing program if you learn how to use it. Amy will tell you. There's some other people that use it will tell you. When you start exporting and importing files and manipulating data in Excel, you can take 100 ads and create 500 ads in minutes. It takes me less. Once I have the basic ad built, I can pump out ads all day long. I built 160 fresh ads yesterday, including descriptions and images and titles, and everything was different. And it's because I used Excel files to manipulate my data. I do no FBA yet. Shell Bell, I have not figured out FBA. I am dying to learn FBA. I have spent a lot of money on FBA, but I don't have a single product in Amazon. I'm a little nervous about sending my product into Amazon for legal reasons, guys, not because I think there's a problem with FBA. My business is not $15,000 a year or $25,000 a year. I did over $400,000 last year in sales. The year before, I actually showed that I did $268,000 in the rooms of Facebook. I am not going to show it anymore. But for legal reasons, I have to make sure that I have the sales tax covered for 14 states and blah, 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 and this and that, because I'm not going to lose my business over sales tax for a dollar item. So I've been a little nervous about sending anything in FBA. I project by the end of 2015 to be close to $1 million in sales. So I have legal issues that I have to make sure are covered. This isn't me bragging. This is me telling you, you're asking me a question about FBA, and I'm telling you I can't do FBA at the moment because I need some legal advice about taxes. That's the only reason I haven't gone FBA. And when I go FBA, I am going to shrink wrap. I'm actually going to buy a machine to shrink wrap. I have a private label product, and I'm going to shrink wrap my own product. When people order, Annie asks, when people order multiple items at once, are they able to get an accurate calculated shipping weight if you do combined shipping? Annie say, the people that buy from me are 99% business owners or governments. I don't run into the same issues that everybody does with the shipping. They get a fair price on the shipping because I have commercial accounts for shipping. And so when I do a combined shipping, yes, they pay a little extra. You make a little bit off the shipping, but eBay eats it up in fees. When it combines the weight. I've actually had to combine two products that I couldn't ship together, so I lost a little bit. I found out in the end my shipping averages out when I calculate. I hate free shipping. I do not advertise free shipping. I go back and forth on it. Sometimes I go in and change all my prices to free shipping. Sometimes I go in and take it all out. I hate free shipping. I think it's a gimmick. I think people know it's a gimmick. They know somebody's paying because it comes to the house with a stamp on it. And somebody bought the freaking stamp. And the story, and somebody paid. But eBay's calculated shipping program does work pretty well. Don't get too greedy on the added weight you use for your packaging. If it's 8 ounces in packaging material, and you know it's going to cost you about $2.50 or $3 in additional shipping, maybe add a little bit of as a handling charge through UPS, things like that. When there is a promo, I can easily use every last freebie offered because of Turbo Lister is amazing. When, just so you know, Angels by Miley's eBay store is Amy, and she worked for me for a few months actually. I'm not really sure, but Amy would know better than I did. I was lazy and didn't want to work, and I had Amy do the work. And I told Amy she had to use Turbo Lister, and she hemmed and hawed, and I'm sure she called me every name under the book. But if you ask her now, Turbo Lister was the greatest thing she got from working for me. She's able to do a lot of work in Turbo Lister. And Amy, I'm proud of you, by the way. You do wonderful with what you've done. Guys, you got any more questions? Shelly, that's all I'm here for. I want to glorify God. I want to pay it forward. People helped me with little nuggets of information along the way. I want to be a little more than nuggets, but also understand I can't sit here and I'm not a teacher. My wife's the teacher. My wife's a teacher. I hate teaching. I usually yell and scream at you if we do a live show one-on-one. It is tough. I'm already applying your processes to my existing product. Shell Bell, you'll find out that once you get the hang of it and you start playing around and you get to know Excel and Turbo Lister and Amazon style file and what goes where and who goes what and all that. Once you get it down, it's simple. One of Amy's jobs was to build 10 new listings for me a day. in eBay, which included making 10 pictures, doing 10 listings, blah, blah, blah. She did it in Turbo Lister. It was very quick. Once she got the hang of it, she could do 10 listings in eBay, turn around and build 10 listings for Turbo Lister, for Amazon, upload them to both, and be done in under an hour. These programs work if you know how to work them. And I'm an open book, guys. I'll help you, but I just can't teach you step by step. It's just not how I work. I wish I could. A lot of times I'll yell and scream, do this, 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 and this. And at the end you go, okay, now I understand it. But it's until you get to that point that you think, oh, he's a wacko. I am. I am off my rocker. Guys, got any more questions? I gotta wrap this up in about 5 minutes or so. I gotta make sure my daughter's okay. And if you're wondering why I'm checking my phone, it went ka-ching. My daughter's getting ready to go to college. She's asking me if I can put Microsoft Office on her computer because she knows I have a corporate license. I'm just waiting to see if there's any more questions. I got 15 watchers. Holy cow, man. Guys are crazy to listen to me for an hour. I wouldn't listen to me for an hour. And if you're in Florida and listening to me, you should be out riding your motorcycle. Not right now, but thank you for your time today. Oh, Joe, anytime, man. Guys, as long as I'm around, I'll try to answer your questions. What I would prefer is if you put them in $20 Millionaire so that when I answer it, everybody gets to see the answer. Excuse me. This way I don't have 20 people asking me the same question and me having to write it out 20 times. When is the next class? That's a good question, Shelley. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. I'm not an appointment guy. I try to do them on Mondays. I'm going to try and do them on Mondays, but I can't promise that. I may pop in and do one on Wednesday. It's really when the mood strikes me, when I feel like there's a need or when there's a question to answer. I prefer doing them live because I have over here on, if you guys haven't used Google Hangouts, there's some things I can do. I can work with the controls. I don't know how to do it. I could draw little pictures on myself, put a little hat on me, but I don't know how to do that either. I would. But I'm able to share my screen, which is what I really like. I don't have to worry about having another camera, video camera or something to take the picture. I'm just able to click a few buttons and pop, like right now I could pop Turbo Lister up and boom, it's there. And then when I don't need it, I can go in and click stop and it's gone and I'm back. It allows me to show you, actually physically show you what I'm doing on my screen so that it looks better. I'm sure you guys would love me drawing, little sailor hat or something on my head or something, but I guess I'm going to go. It really is time for me to go. I thank everybody for coming out and watching me. Look, if you liked it, tell me. If you don't like it, tell me. But don't tell me, oh, your show sucked. Say, your show sucked and this is why. And I can learn from that. And I can make it better the next time. I know it depends on which computer screen I look at, how grainy I look. I hope in time this gets better. The next one I want to do is on, I don't know what it's going to be on. I don't know what you guys tell me what you want to know about. Remember, check out $20 Millionaire. You have to spell out the word 20. It's I have 57 Dollar Tree stores within a 57-mile radius of my house. If you need puzzles, I can ship them to you. Now, Shell Bell, I don't want to do them puzzles. I hate them puzzles. It's not who I am. I think they're fun. I'm having fun doing them. But know that I look for boring, boring stuff. Socks, underwear, stuff people have, every single house in America has, that every house in America buys at least one a year. That's the product I'm looking for. Dish soap. Think of the things you don't think about unless you need them. Garbage bags. That's the kind of stuff I look for. I'm not looking for fads. I'm not looking for a flash in the pan. I'm not looking to throw my money on a gamble. I'm not looking to get in and get out. If I'm in, I'm in. I'm looking for long term. Yeah, I knew Shell Bell, that was a joke, but I wanted to make a point of it. What I look for is long term. I want my products to sit. I've been selling the same thing for 8 years, guys. 8 years. Trust me, I'm tired of it. Tired of looking at it. Tired of smelling them. I'm tired of all of it. The only thing I'm not tired of is my checkbook. My checkbook looks nice because of the product. And I'm able to predict what I'm going to do. It's not a fad. I don't have to run out and buy the hottest new movie item out. When school starts in September, I know I'm going to be dead because ain't nobody buying my product. They're all out buying school supplies. I may go to FBA some school supplies. I do need to get a lawyer and figure out my tax issues with that. I am a little nervous about the sales tax thing. I know they're not going to come after you, but I may be the guy that they want to make an example of, and I'm not looking to lose my business over that. That's why I don't FBA. I pay sales tax to my state. In fact, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight, is working on my tax. So at this time, I'm going to say goodbye, guys. I don't see any more questions. Thank you, Shell Bell, for saying I offered great advice. I tried to, but remember, it is my advice. It's my opinion. Do not try and take it to the bank. You have to decide for yourself if what I'm saying is worth you trying. If it's not, that's fine. I'm not going to be offended. I'm a big guy. Trust me, I'm a big guy. If you need me, I'll be around. I get all my messages at $20 Millionaire. And that's it. Guys, have a great day. I'll see you next time. God bless.